You've heard these facts your whole life, from your parents, friends, and maybe even your teachers. Things like needing to chug 8 glasses of water a day, or that lightning never strikes the same place twice. Well, get ready for a reality check. We're about to expose the surprising truth behind the most common health and science myths you've always just accepted as fact. Let's start with a big one you won't believe. Unbelievable but true science lies. The 8 glasses of water a day rule. You've had it drilled into your head forever. Drink 8 glasses of water a day. It's treated as the golden rule of hydration, the simplest trick for a healthy life. But what if I told you this famous rule isn't actually based on solid science? The advice seems to trace back to a 1945 recommendation that said people need about 2.5 liters or 2 quarts of water a day. But here's the part everyone missed. A huge chunk of that water comes from the food we eat. Fruits, veggies, and even meals like soup contribute a ton to our daily fluid intake. That crucial detail got lost in translation, and we're all told to drink 8 glasses of water on top of everything else. Modern research confirms our water needs are totally individual. Your age, climate, and especially your activity level all determine how much you really need. An athlete in the desert needs way more water than someone working at a desk all day. So what's the real rule? It's beautifully simple. Listen to your body. For most healthy people, just drinking when you feel thirsty is a reliable way to stay hydrated. Another good sign is your urine color. Pale yellow means you're good, while dark yellow is a sign you should probably drink up. So, 8 glasses of water isn't a bad target, but it's definitely not a rigid scientific command. We only have 5 senses: sight, hearing, smell, taste, and touch. We learn about the 5 senses in kindergarten, and the idea is so ingrained in our culture that a 6th sense is treated as something supernatural. But this concept, which dates back to ancient Greece and the philosopher Aristotle, is a massive oversimplification. In reality, neuroscientists have identified many more senses. For example, you have a sense of where your body parts are in space. Close your eyes and touch your finger to your nose. That's that sense at work. You also have the sense of balance, which is managed by your inner ear and prevents you from falling over. And there are others, like the sense of temperature and the sense of pain. While scientists still debate the exact number, it's clear we have somewhere between 8 and 33 distinct senses. So the idea of just 5 is a convenient fiction, not a scientific fact. Swallowed gum stays in your stomach for 7 years. Here's a classic from the playground, probably told to you by a horrified adult. Don't swallow that, it'll be stuck in your stomach for 7 years. It's a sticky myth that has clung to us for generations. But, thankfully, it's completely false. While your body can't digest the synthetic base of gum, it doesn't just set up a long-term camp in your stomach. Your digestive system is a powerful machine, built to move things along whether they're digestible or not. Your gut uses muscular contraction to push the gum through your system, just like it does with other indigestible things like small seeds or bits of fiber. So what really happens? That piece of gum takes a ride through your stomach, into your intestines, and comes out the other end in a few days. Gastroenterologists confirm that unless you swallow a massive wad of gum, an occasional swallow piece is harmless. Eggs are bad for your heart. For decades, eggs were the villain of the breakfast table. We were told they were cholesterol bombs, a one-way ticket to heart disease. Doctors warned against them, and people started ordering egg white-only omelets to avoid the supposedly dangerous yolk. This myth came from a simple but flawed idea. Eggs have dietary cholesterol, and high blood cholesterol is linked to heart disease. Simple enough, right? except extensive research has shown that for most people, the cholesterol you eat has very little effect on the cholesterol levels in your blood. The liver actually makes its own cholesterol and simply adjusts its production based on what you eat. The real dietary bad guys for raising bad LDL cholesterol are saturated and trans fats. Recent studies have further cleared the egg's name. It's often the company eggs keep, like bacon, sausage, and buttery toast, that's more to blame for heart disease risk. Eggs are an affordable food packed with protein, vitamins, and nutrients. For most healthy people, eating up to 7 eggs a week is perfectly fine and not linked to an increased risk of heart disease. Breakfast is the most important meal of the day. Eat breakfast like a king, lunch like a prince, and dinner like a pauper. This saying, made popular by nutritionist Adele Davis in the 1960s, helped cement breakfast as the champion of all meals. But the idea started even earlier, heavily promoted in the 19th and 20th centuries by, you guessed it, people trying to sell breakfast cereal. The phrase, breakfast is the most important meal of the day, was famously used in a 1944 marketing campaign for grape nut cereal to sell more product. Cereal pioneers like John Harvey Kellogg pitched their products as a key and healthy start, and the slogan was pure marketing genius. It stuck. But what does the science say? Turns out, the importance of breakfast isn't one size fits all. For kids or people with demanding jobs, a good breakfast can definitely help with focus and energy. But for many adults, the benefits are less clear. Research into things like intermittent fasting, where skipping breakfast is common, has shown some potential health benefits. The consensus is shifting. What you eat all day long is far more important than when you eat it. So, if you wake up hungry, eat a healthy breakfast. If not, don't force it. Detoxes and cleanses remove toxins from your body. The idea is so tempting, you've overindulged. And now you can wash away the toxins with a special juice or tea. The detox industry is a multi-billion-dollar market built on this promise of a quick fix. But here's the scientific reality. Your body already has a world-class detoxification system, and it works 24/7 for free. This system is your liver and kidneys. The liver is a powerhouse that converts toxic substances into harmless ones so they can be removed. Your kidneys filter your blood, getting rid of waste through urine. There is virtually no scientific evidence that commercial detox products do anything to help these organs or remove any toxins they can't already handle. These detox diets rarely even name the specific toxins they claim to remove. So why do people feel better after a cleanse? It's likely because they've stopped eating processed foods, alcohol, and tons of sugar, not because some magical juice purged the system. Any weight loss is usually just water weight, which comes right back when you start eating normally again. The best way to detox? Support the amazing system you were born with. Drink plenty of water, eat a balanced diet, and limit processed junk. Being in cold weather will make you sick. Put on a coat or you'll catch a cold. We've all heard it, and it feels true, since colds and flu are way more common in the winter. But the cold temperature itself isn't what makes you sick. Colds and flus are caused by viruses, not by cold air. You have to be exposed to a virus to get sick. So why the winter spike? It's mostly about our behavior. When it's cold out, we all huddle together indoors, creating the perfect environment for viruses to jump from person to person. That said, the cold weather isn't totally innocent. It's more of an accomplice. Research has shown that some viruses, like influenza, travel more easily in cold, dry air. Recent studies have also discovered that cold air can weaken the immune response inside our noses, making it easier for a virus to take hold. Plus, less sunlight in winter can lead to lower vitamin D levels, which is crucial for a strong immune system. So while your mom was right that a coat helps keep you warm, washing your hands is far more effective at preventing a cold than just bundling up. You lose most of your body heat through your head. We've all been told to wear a hat in winter because you lose 40 to 45% of your body heat through your head. This idea became so widespread, it even appeared in an old US Army field manual. But, in reality, this is a massive exaggeration. The myth likely started with a flawed military experiment in the 1950s, where subjects were dressed in full Arctic survival gear but wore no hats. Naturally, since their heads were the only part of their bodies exposed, that's where most of the heat escaped from. The truth is much more proportional. Your head only makes up about 7 to 10% of your body's surface area, and that's roughly the percentage of the heat you lose through it, assuming no other part of your body is exposed. Think about it this way. If the myth were true, you'd be just as cold wearing only a hat as you would be wearing pants and no hat. The real rule is that you lose heat from any part of your body that's uncovered. So, while wearing a hat is definitely a good idea to stay warm, it's no more important than wearing a coat, gloves, or pants. Carrots give you super night vision. This is a classic you've heard since you were a kid. Eat your carrots, they'll help you see in the dark. The idea that carrots give you exceptional night vision is so widespread, but its origins are not in science. They're in World War II propaganda. During the war, the British Air Force developed a secret new radar technology that allowed their pilots to spot and shoot down German bombers at night. To hide this secret weapon, the British Ministry of Information started a rumor. They claimed their top pilots owed their incredible nighttime success to a diet rich in carrots. The story was a brilliant piece of misdirection that stuck for decades. So what's the truth? Carrots are high in beta-carotene, which your body converts into vitamin A. Vitamin A is absolutely essential for eye health, and a severe deficiency can lead to a condition called night blindness. For someone with a true vitamin A deficiency, eating carrots would help restore normal vision. But for the average person, eating extra carrots won't give you superhuman cat-like night vision. Your vision will only get as good as it's naturally meant to be. The tongue is divided into taste zones. You've definitely seen it in a science textbook. The tongue map. It's a diagram showing the tip of the tongue tastes sweet things, the sides taste salty and sour, and the back is for bitter. It's a simple, neat concept that is completely wrong. This myth originated from a misinterpretation of a 1901 German study. The original paper just showed that certain parts of the tongue had slightly lower thresholds for detecting taste, but the differences were tiny. Later, in 1942, a Harvard psychologist named Edwin Boring created a diagram that exaggerated these findings, which was then simplified into the rigid map we know today. Scientists debunked this as early as 1974, but the myth lives on. The reality is that you have taste buds all over your tongue, on the roof of your mouth, and even in your throat. And all of these regions can detect all 5 basic tastes: sweet, sour, bitter, and umami. While some areas might be slightly more sensitive to a certain taste, there are no exclusive zones. You can prove this yourself. Try putting a little salt on the very tip of your tongue. You'll taste it just fine. So, from the fact we have more than 5 senses, to the myth that carrots give you super night vision, it's clear we've all been sold a few science lies. The 8 glasses a day rule is more of a guideline, and the tongue map is a complete fiction. Which of these myths did you believe your whole life? Let us know in the comments below. If you enjoyed debunking these myths and feel a little smarter, hit the like and subscribe button and ring the notification bell. You won't want to miss our next dive into the truth you thought you knew. And while you're at it, check out this other video on your screen for more mind-blowing facts. Thanks for watching.